You have a unique talent for improvisation and play pretty much every single guitar style possible. How would you describe your music and what really inspires you?
I have two words: neurotic, schizophrenia. Neurotic in that I have to do it, and schizophrenic in that it just goes everywhere, except for maybe country music. I'm not really big into that, although I respect it as a folk art form, but it's just never really appealed to me.
How does your playing style differ while playing acoustically as opposed to the collaboration when you play with a band?
Well, when I play with the band that I have, it's more like really just rock music, so in a way you're playing a part to fit in with drums and bass, and you kind of write accordingly, which means basically you're making simpler things, and it's usually a vocal sometimes. And when collaborating with the Dave Matthews Band, it's more like a scientific approach to coming up with parts. When you have a producer and a big studio, big budget, and you spend days and weeks, playing rhythm and then going back and doing overdubs, and that's really fun to do. I just love doing that kind of work.
Your new album, See Into Your Soul, we have right here, is very unique, and it really is it's really not comparable to anything else. So tell me about the recording process, take me through that, and what was it like making that album?
Been making solo records since the 80s, and the only ones that are in print are from 96 on, except for a re-release of Stream. The first solo record I did was really in 93, and it was just strictly acoustic, no effects. Then I did another band CD with my band, which is out of print now. And then I did a solo live record called Gospel of the Neurons in 96, and then in 97 I recorded a double CD, which was acoustic and heavy metal. I had to do it all. I had to go crazy and express myself. And then in 98 I released a live band CD, and then in 99 I released a studio band CD, and I recorded that actually early in 99, I think. And so that came out earlier this year, and I've actually since recorded another solo CD that I'll put out probably early next year.
Okay. How does your playing style differ while playing acoustically as opposed to the collaboration when you play with a band?
Oh, it's so much simpler, and it's way more low-key, like with a band, it's just multiply every experience times the numbers of the people, the numbers of people. And when it's just solo and two guys that you work with, it's just like way easier. Plus the fact that we're carrying two acoustic guitars and a couple other little bags, and it's not like hauling in Marshalls and drums, and, it's just so much, it's just way simpler. And it's a little bit harder work to sit and play by yourself for a couple hours as opposed to jumping around and rocking out with a band, but it's really rewarding because and when when it's really good, it's really good. I mean, when it's really bad, it sucks more, but it's it's just kind of like I'm kind of like a loner in a certain way, so it's kind of good for me.
Tell me about the re-release of Stream. You mentioned that before. Does that song have any special significance to you?
Not really. I'm kind of really over that song like 4 years ago, personally, but it was put on a Dave Matthews Live at Luther College because basically that's what people had heard on all the bootlegs, so they would yell, that was the only song they knew that I did, so they would yell Stream. So they put that on there because obviously people liked it. And I mean, it's okay, to me it's just representative of just like a little bit of what I do, I do a lot of slower songs, more like fingerstyle, 90% of the time. But that, to me, I'm re-releasing that CD because really, to me, the rest of the material is much more interesting than Stream itself. I mean, Stream to me is just kind of like a, just a bunch of fast notes.
Reflecting on your own career, what advice would you give to someone just starting out? And how do you feel about the internet as a means of promoting lesser-known talent?
But I think the internet as a thing is awesome because right now it's still like one of the only things that you can... that it's free. I mean, I don't mean free monetarily wise, but free in that you can do anything, get information. It hasn't been, at least to my knowledge, controlled by the man yet, although it may be, and we don't know it. You never know. It may just be another way for them to screw everybody over, but at this point it seems like it's free. A lot of things can be done very open-endedly, So I think it's a really cool thing.
So as far as it helping new artists get their music out?
I think it's great. I mean, it's totally helped me. I mean, I think it's, I have like a couple of websites. It's pretty funny.
Tim, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Enjoy your show tonight in Syracuse. Enjoy the rest of your tour. What's your favorite school?
My favorite school? Syracuse.